So, like many other candidates, Marco Rubio finds himself trailing in the polls going into tonight's GOP debate. But the Florida senator also has something that no one else has, an endorsement from my next guest. Joining me now, Rick Harrison. He's the star of History Channel's Pawn Stars. Great to have you on the program, Rick.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right, so I know that you love Marco Rubio's life story. Is that what attracted you to him?
Well, it's that and a lot of other things. I mean, his views on education, that we need to really get trade schools back. We need kids coming out of high school ready for a job. I mean, the entire cookie cutter situation, what way we have with high schools now is prepare every kid for college, is not the way we should be doing it. I mean, this is a country, we need machinists, we need plumbers, we need electricians, and we don't teach that in high school anymore. I mean, that's one of the things that's about small. There's thing after thing I love with Marco Rubio, and that's why I'm supporting him. Yeah,
and of course, he grew up as an immigrant, or his parents were. His father was a bartender at a bowling alley in Vegas, where you are now, where you live. His mom was a hotel maid. So it's sort of a pickup from the bootstraps kind of life story that I think, do you think that's something that he should be talking more about?
He does talk a lot about it. I mean, but the thing is, he's a relatable person. I mean, it's really hard for you to relate with someone who was born extremely wealthy. I mean, these people we have nothing in common with, and he has something in common with regular people.
Right.
You know, and I can sit down and have a regular conversation with him, and he gets it. You know, it's difficult to start businesses nowadays. There was a point in this country, just 20, 30 years ago, where it took me 2 or 3 days. I had a business open, and I've opened and closed a gazillion of them. Nowadays, it takes months, and there's tons of regulation, and it's discouraging to young people to try and do that now.
Okay, what do you think his greatest strength is?
His greatest strength is probably how well he speaks. I mean, he inspires people. He's a great leader. He literally reminds me of when JFK had his first inauguration speech. It's not what your country can do for you, what can you do for your country? I mean, he's that kind of leader. He inspires people. He's a really strong candidate.
Okay, what do you think he needs to work on, if anything?
I don't think he's got to work on a lot. He's got a great message, and we have 17 different people running. No one's going to have great numbers in the poll, but I think after the night, he's going to do a lot better.
Why did you decide to support somebody so early on, before really anyone was officially announcing?
Because he was the only one getting out there talking about how we're strapping kids with $300,000 and $400,000 worth of student debt and not wanting to do anything about it. We need to change the education system in this country. I mean, we have all these kids, this massive debt. I mean, there's one thing after another I agreed with him on, and that's why I decided to back him.
All right. You're going to get a front row seat there tonight in Cleveland. Great to have you on the show. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.